Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Jamie Hughes Show. My name, as always, is Jamie Hughes, and today I'm going to be giving you my spoiler-free review of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. And woo, sweet lord, was this film intense. It had so much going on. It made me feel so many emotions. I laughed, I cried, I gasped, I cringed, I felt a little bit embarrassed at points. It kind of had everything, and I think it does have issues, but I still enjoyed it. I think there is enough here, and there are enough moments in this movie that if you're a Star Wars fan of any level, you can connect and enjoy this movie. And most of all, it is just a big, fun space adventure. I thought that this movie in particular, especially in the sequel trilogy, had a lot more like big action sets and big action set pieces and moments, and for the most part I really enjoyed those. I thought they worked really well. They kind of walked the line quite nicely between kind of fun and intense, which was really nice to see. We had some really great lightsaber moments in this movie too. I don't want to give too much away, but obviously the battles between Kylo Ren and Rey are amazing. Speaking of Kylo Ren, I have to give a shout out to my boy Adam Driver. Absolutely the best thing about this movie, and probably for me the absolute MVP of this sequel trilogy. He was brilliant. Another brilliant thing is the score. If this is John Williams' final curtain call, then he could not go out in a better way. I honestly think the score, probably the best score in the Star Wars series. I feel there are scenes and moments in this movie where the score is just so heavy and intense that it feels like you are in the scene. It just completely added another dimension and another layer to this movie. And I would go so far as to say that I feel like the score may have been like an additional character. It was that important in this film. And to kind of go hand in hand with that, I think some of my favourite moments in this movie came when the pace of this film was kind of slowed down a little bit and everybody was given a chance to breathe. The characters were given a chance to breathe, and the scene was given a chance to breathe. And I think in those moments, I personally felt like some of those moments in this movie were my favourite in the complete Star Wars franchise. I thought they were brilliant. But on the flip side of that is that I do feel like a lot of this movie had issues with pacing. A lot of the story kind of felt rushed, and more in particular, I felt like a lot of the characters' story arcs and a lot of the new characters felt very rushed into this story. It almost felt like the characters that were introduced in Episode 9, like, they were that rushed that they didn't have to be there. Like, if they weren't there, it wouldn't have changed the impact of the story, which was a real shame to see. And also, I think one of the problems that does arise with the Rise of Skywalker is that it felt like they tried to patch up a lot of the issues that were created in The Last Jedi, and by doing that, it felt like they created more issues, they created more questions, and it was just kind of a bit of a shame to see that they kind of trying to change the direction of the story rather than embracing those obviously big changes from The Last Jedi, like trying to rectify them and retcon those. It just felt a little bit jarring and maybe left a few of the bigger moments in the film feeling a little bit lacking. But hey, as I said, it's still a fun space adventure, still a very satisfying end and a very fun end to the Star Wars, and more specifically the Skywalker story. As I say, if you're a fan of Star Wars in any way, shape or form, you will find bits of this movie that you absolutely love. You will also find bits that you will probably hate. But that's fine. I think there is still enough here that you will find moments, as I say, that you will connect with and enjoy. I personally certainly did. So if you guys have seen The Rise of Skywalker, let me know what you thought about it, as always, down in those comments below. And if you did enjoy this video and you want to keep up to date with all the latest movie news and reviews, then make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the very next episode of The Jamie Hughes Show. Ta-ra!